Well, good evening, folks. Welcome back to the farm. Boy, I tell you what, gorgeous skies we're having here right now. You can see we're just getting an absolutely glorious sunset. And I tell you, I've lived some places that had some beautiful skies, but there's absolutely nothing in the world like the Alberta Peace Country and the skies we get out here. Anyways, good news and bad news. Bad news is we lost a chicken today. Now, I don't know, we heard what we thought was a coyote yesterday, and I went for a run down there. This morning I saw a fox on my way to work, and my in-laws came up here this evening and they also saw a fox. So we might have somebody to contend with. Anyways, we did lose a chicken right in our garden. There's a trail of feathers leading out through the garden. Now, either these boys have work to do or they have something they need to be telling me. I'm not sure yet, but hopefully it wasn't one of these guys, because we have lost chickens to the dogs before. Anyways, good news. The good news is I found my 1/2-inch socket and my 2-inch extension off my ratchet that I lost last summer while I was over there building fence. We actually built a pine rail fence over there. Don't know where the socket went, disappeared, found it a year later. Nice and shiny laying in the grass. Anyways, neither of those things are what I want to talk about today. Today we're going to talk about eggs. So if I were to show you this, this actually come out right out of one of our brown leghorns. Pretty standard egg, right? Grade A, Canada grade A egg. Packed full of nutrients, vitamins, pretty much a multivitamin, filled with omega-3 fatty acids, super healthy for your heart, great for weight loss, great for diet control. This will leave you much fuller and fuller for longer than things like cereals, grains, breads, all that stuff that a lot of people have for breakfast. This is actually a fantastic addition to your diet. Recommend eating 3 of these a day. But what do you do when your chicken lays something that looks like this? Yes, this is an egg that was laid today. Looks like some kind of alien egg, something out of a movie, right? Now, this happens on occasion here, but just about every day I see the question come up, what's wrong with my egg? Is this thing even safe to eat? Well, the good news is, yes, it's absolutely safe to eat, but that doesn't answer the question, what's wrong with my egg? So there's really only 4 things that possibly cause your egg to do this. Now, the first one, and the most concerning one, is bronchitis. If you had bronchitis in your chickens, cause a lot of health, a lot of stress issues, and will lead to watery eggs. Now, watery eggs, something you want to remember, because that links to a lot of other stuff downstream. But yes, bronchitis can definitely cause this. Now, bronchitis, is that an issue in our chicken house right now? Well, no, because bronchitis is something that's very, very contagious, and it's very detrimental to your chickens. It's not something that it's going to slide by unobserved, right? It's something that's going to affect multiple birds at once, and they're going to be sick, right? Probably not going to be in the mood to lay these in the beginning, but if they are laying these, it could be a sign, something to watch out for. Usually this happens after they've already developed the bronchitis though. So what other reasons could it be? Well, this thing's wrinkled like a grandma. Could it be that the hen's just getting old? Well, absolutely. As the hen gets older, they produce more watery eggs. Now, as the egg white itself gets water, it's harder to form the hard eggshell around the white and the yolk. So wrinkles can definitely happen. So another thing that could be happening, I mean, this is a pretty big egg, right? Yeah, that's actually a really big egg. It's not a double yolker, but still pretty big. So it's totally feasible that as this egg was passing through the vent, that, you know what, the egg's just too big, and it simply could be wrinkled while it's actually being laid. That totally could be a thing. Larger eggs, not that uncommon. And if you're seeing any issues with maybe they're not getting enough calcium intake, this could very well happen. Now, our hens here have free choice on calcium supplement. They're not on oyster shell right now, unfortunately, because there's like a global shortage of oyster shell, but they are on a calcium supplement that should keep this problem at bay. Well, number 4 is one you really can't do a whole lot about. It's just stress and jostling around. So every once in a while, and you see this where these eggs get laid, Have a look at where they get laid. If they're getting laid in a box that's got a lot of other eggs, that could very well be your answer, because when the hens get in there and they all want to lay at once and they have a favorite nesting box and they get to doing this and shoveling around, well, it could very well be that if the hen is in the midst of laying an egg and there's another hen trying to make its way into the nesting box, that there's some jostling and some shoving, that the shape of the egg gets, well, there you go. So anyways, those are the 4 reasons why maybe your egg looks like it belongs to an alien chicken. But, well, is it safe to eat? Absolutely. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Go ahead, crack that baby, fry it up, eat it for breakfast. But on that note, well, I'm not going to go fry up some eggs right now. I'm going to go fetch up a cup of tea. So I hope you have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.